Guys, there is a story that is worth highlighting, and it's about this house that has been constructed for Moffat, the guy who just jigger dark, and it has been done by a neighbor. This man staying in this house, you will see him in my first clip of Moffat. He was there, and Moffat has been staying in this house that is now, has been demolished. And I think I should just walk there. It's very muddy here, so I have to walk carefully. And, I love talking about love. I highlight love. Love turns me on. And that is why I sincerely appreciate and celebrate and decorate our donors, because I think they are the best thing that happened to this world. Okay. So this man has been, staying here. And that is where he gathered all the jiggers that we have seen. We have been jigger digging him. And I think he's the hill area above the area above the hill, and his right elbow. I think those are the most jiggered places this year. And so he has been staying here, and that is the door that he uses. It's actually a mat, not even wooden, it's just handmade and very, very weak. It's not even a door, but that is what he has been using as the door. And this has been his house. All those jiggers were biting him here. And he is not mentally ill. When you speak to him, he is very coherent in reason. So he is not a mental case. And so in this jigger house, he suffered for a long time. And I can say that God visits people. God speaks to our hearts. And I think there came a time when this neighbor was visited by the Lord. The Spirit spoke to him. Maybe he came to a point where he now decided that enough is enough. And so I just want to get this back. And so he helped our guy Moffat with that house. And somehow they got some door somewhere. It's not a brand new door, but it's better than what he has been using. So he should be moving to his new house. And this is a sacrifice, guys. And I can tell you that people who do that, when you bless somebody like this guy has done, what he has done is that he has invested in eternity. I can tell you that we have people who have stuff, but just because of the selfish nature, which is normal, it's actually normal for human beings to be selfish. In fact, sometimes it's abnormal to be giving. It's abnormal to be caring, to be concerned about others. To some people who want to call themselves economists, they will question your thinking. They will question your rationale. Why are you, interested in this person? And they have their own issues. So the justification will be that you have your own issues. So why should you be involved in a neighbor? But the command is that we have to think about others and bless them. Before he did this house, he must have spoken to his wife. He must have really, thought about it. and planned and approached the technicians. It is a process. And so we now have a house. And it's a small house, it's bigger than what he was, the jigger house he lived in. It's bigger. And I think we are supposed to get $200 and concrete this house so that our man can be secure, free from jiggers. Because even if he comes here and it's not concrete, doesn't have concreted floors, jiggers are going to follow him and they will still bite him. And so I just wanted to highlight that is rare. I have rarely seen this in Africa. In the last 12 years that I have worked with the jiggers, I have not really seen somebody do this big project for the neighbor here in Africa. And I normally challenge people and I tell them that is why there is poverty, and people talk about Ubuntu as our social philosophy. Ubuntu philosophy. The Ubuntu philosophy is what is called African socialism, and it says that I am because you are. I am my brother's keeper, but I am yet to see the demonstration of that. So I want him to say something about his new house. Moffat, sasa umejengewa nyumba, si ndio?
Ndio.
Utaingia lini?
Bado.
Nini imekushika?
Walisema itengenezwe matope itoke chini hapo juu ya baridi.
Ikauke kidogo. Okay. So he was told that they have to, it has to dry a bit.
Nalala kwa hii.
Okay. Oh, hii ni ya mama yake ama? Okay, that is, also he's sleeping there at his brother's house as ako mahali. Okay. Oh, so the brother has a new house, and so he's sleeping in this old house, in his brother's old house. And yeah, so we are praying that God will help us to get him, concrete, so that the jigger can totally disappear. Sasa wewe uliposikia unajengewa nyumba ulisikia namna gani?
Nilifurahi kwa sababu ilikuwa niko na shida ya nyumba kabisa.
He says that when he heard that somebody was going to help him build another house, he was so happy. Okay, so uko na watoto?
Mimi sina watoto, niko tu peke yangu.
Uko peke yako? Uliwahi kuoa kweli?
Nilioa tu, lakini sikupata mwanamke, na huyo bibi tukatengana.
Alingoja mtoto aoni
na tukawachana. Tangu wakati huo nikasema sioi tena.
Wacha nikae single. Okay. So he got married and they didn't have a child. Then later on the wife decided to leave him because they couldn't get children. Mahali alienda alizaa huko?
Huko pia kuzaa.
Okay, so yeah, wherever she went, she didn't get a child. But she left, and I think he was so hurt. And he said, I'm going to be single for the rest of my life. I will never get married again. Okay. He says that now that jiggers are going, he could marry. Okay. So he says that when he is well, he will marry. Okay. So anyway, we will be back and help with the concrete. And I'm so glad that we came. Okay. I'm so glad that we came. He can even take 3. Watatu sasa utawezaje, mmoja alikushinda.